Well, I just got off the bus at Hudson Boulevard and 34th Street. Of course, I would have preferred to take the subway to Hudson Yards, but today being Sunday, they do track work, and as a result, I had to take the bus. But anyhow, this is where I am at the moment. So take a quick look. Anyhow, back to me. I'm walking over to cross 34th Street, and the first time I saw what's in front of me, I thought it was an advertisement for tomato paste. So take a look, tell me what you think. Well, it turns out this is a modern design of the Big Apple relative to New York City. So anyhow, back to 34th Street. We're going to cross 34th Street as soon as the walk sign pops up. But while I'm standing here, this is a Sunday, and just look at all the stuff being built. Again, being Sunday, there's almost no traffic, so let me walk across before I get clobbered by something. Okay, I made it to Hudson Yards. Now we're crossing this area where the subway entrance exit is, which is in itself something pretty neat. The problem is, again, today the subway here is shut because they're doing track work, but here's the entrance. And I'm happy to say the escalators are still running. Why, I'll never know, but they're on with no humans. Okay, continuing our walk into Hudson Yards. Normally, on a nice weekend like this, it happens to be Halloween day. Normally, this would be jam-packed with people. The problem is there's no subway. So unless you know where you are at, this can get very confusing. Okay, now we're at 33rd. God, this smells really good. If you want a hot dog or Philadelphia cheesesteak, and over there, Soul Cycle. It's the back of it. That's where the cheesesteaks are coming from, but very few people here today. And yes, in front of me is all the goodies. Okay, we're coming up on Hudson Yards shops. This is really quite nice inside. There's all these really high-end boutique shops, and some really nifty places to eat. And of course, the pandemic has created pandemonium, but take a look. Now that's what I call unique photographic shooting. Why not? Okay, guess where we are? And yes, it's completely closed. Apparently forever. It may even be ripped down. Why? There have been any number of people committing suicide. They go up to the top, they jump down, and so on. So that's the end of that. Unfortunate, but that's reality. Now, being a reasonably nice day, there are people out here watching a super gigantic screen. I'm not sure what they're watching. I see chairs, and here's somebody here who wants, oh, they're watching a football game. Well, isn't that neat? Take a look at this.
Remember now, the Jets have Udoga at left tackle. They lost Fant, and of course Becton is out for the season, so he's matched up one-on-one Hendrickson on the right side. Underway here, first and 10. So the clock is stopped now, and he gets as far as the 44.
Kevin, just a real quick update on Jets left tackle George Fant. It is an ankle injury. He was carted off into the locker room, and his return is questionable.
And yes, you pay to sit in those chairs, but why not? It's a beautiful day, and you can just lie there and enjoy the football game in the fresh air. Now this is called Chibs, and this is relatively new. And while you're standing here watching the football game, or lying down in a bench and watching the football game, you can get your favorite beverage and chips. And in the distance, that's the shed. It's mobile. It can expand and contract as needed depending on what is going on that particular day. And right now, we're standing on nice tiled ground. What many people don't realize is beneath my feet, under the ground, is hundreds of trains, hence the name Hudson Yards, where they garage the trains for the Long Island Railroad. And you can see them in the distance. They're under me as well. Okay, well, isn't that neat? Take a look again. This is really quite a shot. Moving right along, I'm now walking on the other side. This guy is the vessel. once again, it's closed for good, and the word at the moment is it may be torn down because of the large number of people going up, jumping off, and committing suicide. How horrible. Whoops. We have sound effects here besides the TV itself. It's pretty neat. Now, if you look way up, well, you can't see it quite from here. One of these buildings has the edge. And as you may or may not know, the edge is at the very top of one of these buildings. It kind of goes out in the shape of a triangle. You can see all of New York City in the distance and also below your feet. It now has a climbing ledge, which you're coupled to climb, I believe, the last 10 stories of the building in case you're bored. I think the cost is enough to make you think twice about it, but it's apparently pretty popular right now. And way in the distance, you can see a new building being put up called the Spiral. It's self-evident as to what it is if you take a look.
That would be the enough there, and all the different. Let's see. He comes in, he has it. Inbounds.
Okay, taking a little walk around just to see the rest of humanity down here. The weather again is perfect. Sort of partly cloudy, but the temperature is just right.
What we take into consideration now, we have an airborne receiver that is falling to the ground. He must maintain possession through the fall.
Now I'm on the south side of the vessel, sort of heading towards the High Line. Oh, what have we here? A waffle cart. Of course, a waffle cart. And over here, Toro Rojo, the Red Bull. Hey, Mexico. And again, all these famous stores are in front of you, boy, and that place, again, the shops is really, really neat. And since the pandemic is apparently easing off, it's getting more and more crowded. There's lots of places in there, I repeat, are really good places to eat. And the toilets, the toilets in there are beautiful. So men, women, anyone who does not wish to have a description in that regard, whatever, they're there for every single human being. No problem, and they're beautiful. Now to take a quick look at one of these buildings. The upscale physical fitness center called the Equinox is in front of me, and hopefully they've reopened since the pandemic like everybody else, and they're excuse me, they're in this cute little building. Take a look. I believe this is number 30 Hudson Yards. there's at the other end, I believe, number 10 Hudson Yards. Oh my God. Better watch where I'm walking. I'm going to trip down the steps. He's just asking for Michelle. She just walked behind me, I guess. Okay. Well, that's the quick tour of Hudson Yards. And I'm back to Soul Cycle in front of me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.